currency. She said so, and some of us were amazed because the Minister of Finance and the Governor of the Central Bank must have or ought to have been working together on monetary policies of the country. And if the Minister of Finance courageously come out to say that she was not aware, it kept me thinking before now what is really happening behind this scenario of changing the currency. There's no doubt that there are a lot of money outside the banking sector, which some people have kept. Those who have siphoned our money. I'm in support of the need to change the currency, but I'm not in support the way it is being done. Good as the policy is, it must not be at the expense of the poor masses of this country. There are many local government areas across this country without any banking facility. And many of these people, they have their money at home. As I speak to you, I have a record of people who died because they had no money to buy drugs in the last few days. I am aware of those who died out of confusion resulting to high blood pressure, and they drop dead. So, good as this policy is, we should not allow the poor masses to now carry the pains of the atrocity committed by the elites. And that's just, I'm here. And I want to tell the president that 7 days is too long a time to effect the change. I've taken a look at happenings across the country. I've been calling people, and I see already there are demonstrations, there are reactions, violently. President Muhammad Buhari is a statesman, one of those who fought for the unity of this country, and a man who was doggedly committed to the struggle to rule this country. And I want to call on the president that 7 days is too long a period. The pains is much. Every day is as if it's a year to people to bear. And I'm saying this because we were elected. I was not appointed. So I have a responsibility to give a feedback of the pains and the suffering of those who have elected us. Those who have been elected, we have direct contact with the people. In some instances, people are paying 2,500 to get 10,000 naira of the old note, not even to talk of the new notes. Now, in this country, there are artisans who live by the day. They can go out. What they get in the afternoon after working is what they use to manage their homes. Now, these people are dying silently. And I want to support all the positions taken by Malam El-Rufai. And the president should listen. That we who are speaking now, we are his friends, we are his brothers, we are his children who loves him and want this government to succeed and hand over on May 29 without any problem. We have contributed and paid so much for the achievement of democracy. And some of us do not allow anybody to allow democracy to be derailed in any way, in any form. This is a threat to the peace and stability of our country. And that is what is giving room to interpretation of happenings, insinuations of perhaps there are some people behind this against a particular party. Now, rightly so, rightly wrong. But there are reasons to believe that this is not ordinary. Before the CBI came out with a deadline, I want to assume that they have had enough. As you are collecting the old notes, you are giving the new notes. But what is the sense in collecting old notes and the people are not getting commensurate of what they are giving you? Now, if people should come with money bags and a load of currency, you call the security agencies to investigate how they came about the money, but not at the expense of the majority who are poor. You have forgotten that in this country you have taxi drivers that when they work in the afternoon, in the evening, what they have is what they use to maintain their family for the next day. And now there's no currency. They don't operate global internet banking. Do you allow them to perish? I don't know if you are feeling the way I'm feeling You know, because I can see many of you look very comfortable here. But let me tell you, just a minute, let me tell you. Let me just tell you. If you know, if you have, I think I'm sorry if you are like me too. I'm feeling the pain. But let me just tell you, sir. All those who are into construction at the lower level, talking about the bricklayers, the artisans, how do they survive? They survive on daily means. Is MFLA, is it not a Nigerian? MFLA, people are already cursing you in Nigeria. The poor people are cursing MFLA. Pass this message to MFLA. They are cursing him. The people are suffering. This is a serious problem. This is next to COVID. What you are seeing is next to COVID. And we must shout out. I am not in support of those who have stolen our money. Please go after them. But the poor people, the artisans who live by the day, they are crying, they are cursing. And I want the government to get to know that some of us are not in policies to play games. I'm here to speak the truth to power, so that you know the way people are feeling. People are running curses. And when people came with the allegation or insinuation that is meant to stop the most formidable political party from winning, the APC, under Shiwaju and Shetima, we have reason to want to believe it. But let me tell you, this election is about two candidates. This election coming is just about two candidates for the peace, stability, and survival of Nigerian nation. I remain in the APC because I believe that APC is the best party. Why? Because before the primary election, 19 governors, both serving and non-serving governors of the northern region, that is my region, came together to say that power should shift to the south. Because in their constitution of both the APC and the PDP, power was proposed to rotate between the two regions, the northern region and the southern region. President Muhammadu Buhari is of my region, he's from the north. He's finishing 8 years. Only somebody who wants crisis in Nigeria will imagine power not moving to the south. So, it's between Peter Obi and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes. Take it or leave it. Anything short of that, you are cutting for problems. Why is PDP having problems today? Because they refuse to allow what is entrenched in their constitution to be respected. So those who are nursing insinuation that the problem of fuel, the problem of currency was targeted at APC, not by Buhari, but those who surround him. Behind this, for sure, and I want them to get to know this, we are in the global village. No group of people, no section of Nigeria or any section of the world, for that matter, that can claim to say we overrun the other people. When Russia and Ukraine started their war, people are saying in 1 month Russia will overrun Ukraine. What is happening today? Every day is escalating, it's building. Let those who are playing with the future of Nigeria be warned. Listen to Mala Erufai. If you try to run this country into war, your name and your children will not be forgiven, here and hereafter. This election is purely between Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Obi. Take it or leave it. I am a northerner and I'm proud of my origin. I was in Minna where I was born like a few days ago. I am embedded in me, embedded in me is the way of life, you know, the norms and values of the northern region. And I have no regret over that. Sincerity of purpose, courage to speak your mind. The northerner doesn't speak with two tongues, except some few generations of people I'm seeing now. When I was growing up, when I was a man, northerner tell you yes is yes. But I am a northerner and I grew up with those values. And when I have said the truth, this election is about Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shetima on one hand, Peter Obi and Yusuf Deti on the other hand. PDP is a party that has betrayed the cause of national unity of this country. PDP is a party that has no respect for the unity and oneness of this country. PDP, as it presently constituted, is a problem to the unity and survival of the Nigerian nation. I'm a member of the Senate Parliament. Hear this. It says ECOWAS Parliament. We were in Lome, and an issue came up. And in Lome, I discovered that there are people who speak nearly my own dialect of Yoruba. And they were speaking, and I asked them, "You are from where?" Said they are from Togo. This Yoruba you are speaking is like my own kind of Yoruba. He said, yes. Said they are from Togo. So an issue came up, and they wanted to build on that sentiment. And I said to them, that will not be in the interest of Nigeria. Forget about the sentiment you want to bring to me. That will not be in the interest of my country. Now I've said this story to you to ask me to beg you to ask Atiku Abubakar. When the bandits were killing people, how many times has Atiku rose to condemn it? I will not go further. A word is enough for the wise. PDP is a big problem to